I got us some new phone. He happy. He's proud. I got us some new phone. And she say, oh, and who told you to do that? My mama told me I should have married John Stark. My mama told me you wasn't no good. My mama told me I can do better. Look at you just standing there at that door with them glasses on, all pathetic. My mama told me this, and my mama, if your mama get out this marriage, maybe we'll be happy. Now this man sitting there at the door, and and I like the way, I don't know who the phone company, they really make him look sad. But let the truth be told, in real life, there's some men that's walking to the store, to food line crying. Because you done sit up there and told them, my mama told me you wasn't good looking. And my mama told me that all you was going to be was a janitor. And my mama told me that I wasn't going to never have nothing with you. Look at my sister. She got a BMW, a Cadillac, and a house up in the hill. And look at her. We still living off Bakerfield Road. And my mama told me this. And guess what? Your sister in so much debt, she can't even see her way out of nothing. And this little man that you belittling and putting down got you eating steak every night. And your sister eating pinto beans and wings. But you don't even see that because your sister living a lie. So now you got to understand that the things that people tell you about where you at is the power of the tongue. And those words are so powerful, they're like death. And when you belittling somebody, and when you putting somebody down, you killing their spirit. You killing their soul. You killing their joy. You're killing everything that's in them. And they might not ever in life tell you, but it hurts. They might not ever come to you and say what you've done wrong. As a parent, I always see parents, they like to say to their kid, oh, you bad, you bad. And I like to say, don't ever call a child bad. Because that child got to hear that their whole life that they're bad, and now you want to know why the jail cells is full? Because they've been told they were bad all their life. So why shouldn't they do bad things? They've been told they was bad. They've been instructed they was bad. They've been praised because they was bad. Everybody laughed at them because they were bad. You know the little kids just sitting around doing all kind of things. Oh, they bad, they bad. No, you should be saying they having a good time. You should be saying they're being a child and they're enjoying life. You should be praising and worshiping them in what they're doing. You should, instead of taking Newports to the jail cell, taking the time going to a PTA meet. Yeah, they done brought home more F's than they got in every country out there, but be proud of them F's. You know, son, I know you can do better, but at least you did your best. Your best this month was nothing but a bunch of F's, but I tell you what, we're going to work together on all these F's because I'm proud of the fact that you went to school to bring these F's. And then just kind of slide in there a little bit. You only made these F's because you didn't go to the class. When you get on that bus and go to school, they mean for you to go to those classes. I understand that you ain't quite getting what the teachers say, but I love you. As your parent, I'm proud of you. And I may not be the smartest parent myself, but I'm the parent that God gave you. And because God gave you to me, I love you. And together, we're going to endure this pain. Together, we making these ills. And we're going to change this together. We're going to endure this together because I love you. I'm proud of you. God gave you to me. And hug them. Give them a hug. And then say, you got to be a parent. Don't bring no one else up in this house. I'm just putting that out there. And then, you know, instead of take a day off from work, creep by the school. I used to do it. I show up. They knew me in the halls. Just show up at the school one day. They'll let you walk around. Matter of fact, go get the principal and walk around because you feel good. Most of you, like me, you were scared of the principal anyway. So now you the parent, go get the principal, walk around. Just stroll. Just get your little pimp daddy stroll on. Wave at the kid like you in a parade. You may think you embarrassing your kids, but because I've been in those shoes, they proud that you care. They might not tell you to your face, but their friends will tell you. Because when their friends see you, they're going to run up to you and hug you. So you still getting the joy that God created. You still getting the love that God created. And that's what we need to change. Now we're going to step away from the God's Word translation. We're going to look at the Message. We're going to look at what the Message says in Romans 1:28 and 32. Romans 1:28 and 32 says, since they didn't bother to acknowledge God, God quit bothering them and let them run loose. They didn't have nothing to do with God. God said, you know what? I ain't got time for you. And then he says, and they ran loose. And then all what? Hell broke loose. Rampant, evil, grabbing and grasping, vicious, backstabbing. Hello, we at church. We sitting around all the backstabbing right here at church. They made life hell on earth with their envy, witting, killing, bickering, and cheating. He says, look at them. Mean spirit, bitterness. And I love when he says this, forked tongue, God bashers, bullies, swaggerers. In other words, he's saying they just in church cussing. Insufferable windbags. They kept what? Inventing new ways of wrecking lives. And then it says, they ditched their parents when they gotten away. Don't that sound familiar? They got rid of their parents when the parents got in the way. But it's your job to be in the way. Because if you start teaching them when they're young, I already said, if you start calling them back, telling them you love them and hug them, you won't have to worry about them ditching you. And then it says, stupid, slimy, cruel, cold-blooded. And it's not as if they were no better. They know perfectly well. They're what? Spitting in God's face. And they don't care worse. I love it when it ends. It says, they hand out prizes to those who do the worst things best. In other words, what the Message is saying, like what guys do when we out here sleeping with a bunch of women, the women give us notches on our belt. The women praise the dog. In other words, what the Message is saying is all these things are just cold-blooded, furious mind, spitting God's name in vain, the tongue is running loose. We just lifting them up in joy. I always say this, if you want the young men to pull their pants up, just tell the girls to stop chasing them. Let them not have a girlfriend, they'll pull their pants up. I can tell them that all day. It don't mean I'm old, you old. You don't know what you're talking about. But let a girl that they hitting up on, hey baby, how you doing? Look here, what's wrong with you? How you gonna come up on me dressed? I pull them pants up before you come, and my name is Joanne. I guarantee their pants will come up, but Miss Joanne, how you doing? They get problem. But as long as you glorify their wrongdoing, I'm curious. I don't know. I'm confused. I'm lost. Why would you, as a young woman, date somebody that's a drug dealer? Why? I don't know, maybe that rainbow at the end of that tunnel to me don't look good, but you just happy, girl, my man got a 740. You just glorify. That's what the Message is saying. You glorify the things that they do worse. If you stop praising what they do, a prime example, you know little Jimmy, 15 years old, done flunked out of school, sitting at home, smoking everything but a Newport. He comes home with a 32-inch widescreen TV, a laptop, 5 or 6 pair of tennis shoes. You know that boy ain't got no job. But you sit there and talk about, girl, little Jimmy came home yesterday, he just loved his mama, he bought me a TV. Wait, what? He done kicked somebody's front door in, stole their TV, took their laptop, run their tennis shoes home, and you happy. That's what God is saying. He's saying stop praising that. You grab little Jimmy by his little dreadlocks. For some reason, most men think it's cute to have women longer than a woman. I missed that memo. You grab him by his hand, you say, we're going to take all this stuff back to where you got it from, because I know you ain't got no, can't even spell job, B-O, he don't know, so you take him back to them people, because he got to confess what? His sins publicly. To the people he took it from, and ask them for forgiveness, so that you can change the way that he thinks. Because you don't want to be flying off to Texas so you can go see little Jimmy on Parent Day and some juvenile detention because North Carolina ain't got none. That's where you're going. You want to change his ability of thought. Take him back to where he went and done the crime. And pray that the people forgive him. And pray that they pray for you. And if they don't, so what does the Bible say? They have to be in court for the crime they commit. Don't be ashamed of it. Just say, I've done the best that I could. I've done all that I could. I've done everything that I could. In Philippines 2:11, in Philippines 2:11 it says, every tongue confesses that Jesus Christ is Lord, to the glory of God the Father. I didn't get that memo neither, so I'm going to explain to y'all what every means. Every means every man, woman, every black, white, Latino, every German, every Russian, every nation that we don't even know out there. Every tongue will confess that Jesus Christ is Lord, to the glory of God the Father. Which means, ladies and gentlemen, we are behind on our job. We ain't even working overtime. Because we need to be missionaries at all times. In ordinary, for everyone to confess the tongue of Jesus Christ, it's going to do what? It's going to take for the saints of God in the kingdom of God, in the church house, to stand up, go to somebody who don't know who Jesus is, and introduce them to the kingdom. That's what it's going to take. So now that means we got a lot of work to do. Because as of right now, we ain't going to murder nobody no more. Because I know nobody in the church physically committing murder. But we verbally killing them every day. So now that we know that there's two folds of murder, one of them we can stop because one of them we ain't going to do. One of them we can complete.